Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's episode, we will be doing a brief review of Game Week 20 as well as revealing our plans for Game Week 21. However, before we do, please remember to hit that like button and smash that subscribe button. We will really appreciate it as we've got big plans for this channel going forward. Also feel free to follow us on Twitter at FPL_A+. Before we kick off, we've got an FPL trivia question. Today's question is, which player has received the most yellow cards cumulatively until Game Week 20? The three options are A. Alexander Mitrovic, B. Ivan Toney, C. Ruben Neves. Which player has received the most yellow cards cumulatively until Game Week 20? Please stay tuned, the answer will be revealed at the end of this video. We carry on to the Game Week 20 team review. At the back in goal, Kepa Arrizabalaga had 5 saves and maximum 3 bonus points for a whopping score of 10 points. Trippier carried on his blistering season with maximum 3 bonus points, a clean sheet and 9 points. Nathan Akai unfortunately did not manage a clean sheet against Manchester United and only scored 1 point. He does, however, have a further fixture against Tottenham Hotspur still to be played. Luke Shaw failed to keep a clean sheet in 2 fixtures and managed 2 points in both matches for a total of 4 points. Mo Salah blanked as Liverpool shockingly lost against Brighton. Marcus Rashford scored a goal and maximum 3 bonus points for a total score of 12 points in 2 games. Gabriel Martinelli blanked for a 2-point score. Riyad Mahrez also matched Martinelli's 2-point blank score but still has another fixture to play against Tottenham Hotspur. Up front, Erling Haaland blanked and managed a score of 6 points as we triple captain him. However, we still have faith in him as he has got a further fixture against Tottenham Hotspur and hoping that he does wonders in that match. Harry Kane blanked against Arsenal for a 2-point score. Alexander Mitrovic unfortunately blanked for a 0-point score after scoring a penalty that was subsequently denied after kicking it with both feet. This has resulted in our Game Week 20 team score at this stage being at 50 points with 1 match left to play. This compares to the average of 44 points. This is currently beyond what we expected, a bit disappointing. However, our rank, we've seen a small red arrow of 58,072, keeping in mind that we still have 3 Manchester City players plus a Spurs player, and our captain is a triple captainship that we've played. So holding thumbs that Haaland does the business against Tottenham Hotspur and our Manchester City players do well. That could still result in a smallish red arrow, and if we're lucky, it could result potentially even in a green arrow. This is the current FPLA Super League standings. In first place, very well done to Dennis Kuswanda, who takes over at the top. He managed to clinch the first place position in the last game week and so far has held on to it. He's building quite a nice league. In second place we've got yours truly. Third place we've got Piyush Singla. Fourth place goes to Mebni Mohammed Amar. Joint fourth goes to Mohammed Usman. 6th place goes to Jamie Duncan. 7th place goes to Arnett Garg. Joint 7th we've got Pedro Azevedo. 9th place goes to Nayam Riyam Buri Manuel. And then joint 10th place goes to Riza Ramadan and James Light. Well done to everybody that's made it into the FPLA Plus top 10. Those that have not yet reached the top 10, keep on pushing and your time will come. And then once again, very well done to Dennis Kuswanda, the leader of the FPLA Plus Super League. These are the Game Week 21 to Game Week 25 fixtures. In yellow, we have got possible blank Game Week teams. In purple, we've got possible double game week teams, and in blue, we've got the confirmed double game week teams. So to focus firstly on the initial double game week that which is confirmed. Arsenal, if you've got any Arsenal players, you definitely want to hold on to them, and if possible add further Arsenal players, most likely after the game week 21, as they play Everton next. Similarly, Manchester City, they play Wolves next, then they play Tottenham Hotspur, and then they've got the double game week. You wouldn't want to get rid of them. And then keeping in mind other potential double game week teams, this is all quite subject to various permutations, and on the Premier League deciding which is potential games that they can actually schedule as double game weeks within game week 22 or game week 25. So teams to be on the lookout for is Brentford, who could potentially have a double game week, and then a blank. Leeds, that could have a double game week and then potentially blank. We've got Liverpool, who could have a double game week potentially in 25, along with Wolves, as well as we could potentially see some blanks for Manchester United after they potentially also might have a double game week in game week 22. So Leeds and Manchester United favourites to get double game weeks. You would probably want to try to eye those players. So many people will possibly be considering to rolling their transfer, because before game week 22 we will know these fixtures, or we should be knowing them before the deadline. These are currently players on our watch list. In the first player that we've got on this list is a newcomer to this list, Solly March at 5.1 million. He has been in unbelievable form, has scored goals in 3 of the last 4 matches, and with the attacking play that Brighton have undergone recently, he is often involved in attacks, he's involved in set pieces, and he has been remotivated by the coach De Zerbi, and you can expect much more attacking returns from him. He plays Leicester next, and then Bournemouth and Crystal Palace. Those are some mouth-watering fixtures, and if De Zerbi manages to keep the team motivated and running like they have, then he's definitely someone that you should consider for your FPL team. Another mention goes to Matomi as well. He's at 5 million. He has had even more shots on target than March. However, not been as clinical as March, but he would also be a worthy fit if you're looking for an exciting, talented footballer to put in your FPL team. Next on the list, we've got Bruno Fernandes at 9.8 million. After a season and a half of being quite quiet, one has got to say that after the departure of Cristiano Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes' role in the team seems to be reinvigorated. He has been involved in quite a lot of attacks, has been scoring goals also recently, and he seems to be marshalling the troops. So it seems that he thrives to be the more senior player, one of the more senior players in the team, in attack especially. His fixtures, next he's got Arsenal, that will be a tough fixture. However, then he's got Crystal Palace and Leeds. If Manchester United get a double game week, then he could be a very popular transfer by FPL managers. Next on the list, we've got Kevin De Bruyne at 12.5 million. If you don't have him already in your team, someone to consider ahead of some great fixtures, including a double game week against Aston Villa and Arsenal in game week 23. Martin Odegaard at 6.8 million, kind of a Kevin De Bruyne type of player. At this stage, he has superseded Kevin De Bruyne in the last few games, where he has been involved with scoring goals, getting assists, and been in unbelievable form, one of the stars of the current Arsenal team. He's got Manchester United next, then Everton, Brentford and Manchester City. Thrives on the big occasion, and he seems to be a player that has reinvigorated his game this season. So one to keep an eye on and highly recommended if you're looking for a third Arsenal player, especially with the double game week coming up. Next on the list we've got Ivan Toney at 7.5 million. He has come back from injury and he has been in great touch, scoring in the last match. He's always involved in the team's attack. He's the captain, the talisman. He has got high bonus points potential, and you can definitely bet on him scoring in a game where his team is very highly attacking. He's got Leeds next, then he's got Southampton and then Arsenal. So some good fixtures in there, and hoping that his betting scandal does not result in any delay from football. That's the only issue that you need to consider. Otherwise, he definitely is a great bargain at 7.5 million. He would be up there in terms of goals at the end of the season. Our current Game Week 21 plans are as follows. At this stage, the transfer that we are considering is Mitrovic out and potentially Ivan Toney in. This would leave us with 0.2 million in the bank. However, there is a possibility that Mitrovic's price might be dropping, as well as Toney's price increasing. So we could still wait before making this decision. This will give us exactly the amount of funds available, and not the 0.2 that you see that is based on current pricing. The alternative option that we are considering is whether we should be rolling forward a transfer that could potentially give us 2 transfers ahead of a potential double game week in Game Week 22. Please comment down below, what do you think is the better option, to do the Mitrovic to Toney switch, or to bank the transfer and utilize it for the next game week? This is how the Game Week 21 team will line up as follows. In goal, we've got Kepa Arrizabalaga. In defense, we've got Kieran Trippier, Nathan Akai and Ben White. In midfield, we've got Mo Salah, Marcus Rashford, Gabriel Martinelli and Riyad Mahrez. Up front, in the forward line, we've got Erling Haaland, Harry Kane and Alexander Mitrovic. The team value of this team is currently 103.2 with 0.6 million in the bank. On the bench, we've got Ward, Andreas, Shaw and Williams. The one potential change that we are considering is whether we should be taking Mitrovic out and bringing in Ivan Toney. At this stage, our captain is on Erling Haaland against Wolves, with the vice captaincy on Harry Kane. There are not very prominent standout captaincy choices this game week. The one that you could possibly consider is an Arsenal attacker. However, you would possibly not expect a haul, as Manchester United have looked quite solid at the back recently. The answer to the FPL trivia question that we had earlier, the question was, which player has received the most yellow cards cumulatively until Game Week 20? Have you got this answer correct? The 3 options were A. Alexander Mitrovic, B. Ivan Toney, C. Ruben Neves. Which one of these 3 has the most yellow cards cumulatively until Game Week 20? The answer is as follows. Ruben Neves has received 7 yellow cards to date until Game Week 20, with Ivan Toney having received 6, followed by Mitrovic with 5. That's it for this game week. We hope you found this video quite useful. Until next time, All the best. Remember to follow us on Twitter for team news and press conferences, etc. And until next time, cheerio.